Hello there, Taurus. My name's Frankie. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading's for Taurus for October of 2019. I cannot believe how fast this year's going for us. This is 10 months in, it's almost over. Well, for all of you that are new out there, I pull 4 cards for the month. We use the bottom card on the deck for our overall view of the month, and we'll pull angel card at the end of the reading to hopefully bring everything together for us. Now, I am an empath, so I have a speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you. All of us Tauruses get named Frankie for the time of the reading. Look at your moon sign and your rising sign. Get a more comprehensive view of the month. And I don't think the cards will go week by week. I think they'll blend in and out throughout the month for us. Now, I have a short message. And the message is it's a problem of time. It's like it's tough to get enough time to spend, I guess, with the people we want to spend it with, but if we speak to them about it, they'll step up to the plate and be helpful. It's also a good time, like I told Aries, if we're having a problem in our life, it's a good time to sit down with it, whoever we're having the problem with or whatever situation it's about. Discuss it and speak about it. Go over how to handle it. We can't have fresh starts unless we let go of whatever was in the past that's holding us back or holding us down. So it's a good month for solving problems with people that we love, and it's a good month of letting go of that which no longer accommodates us, is the way that Spirit's saying it. And I understand it when I looked at our cards this month. Might be a little bit challenging here for us Tauruses, but our words are good. They're transformation and surrender and tenderness, depth, and birth. And I think that might be the fresh new start or new foot that we will get off on. So I don't know if this is going to be work for some of us or relationship for others of us. I'm thinking it's a either or though, because there's two energy in here, and that's the energy of choices. And sometimes those choices can be difficult. So let go of what doesn't serve us, let go, surrender it, give it over, and be our Taurian selves, is the way they're saying it to me. To do it graciously, because then we will get a fresh new start and a new beginning. Because our first card here is the High Priestess, and that's intuition. And it means we are experiencing a very high degree of awareness in the internal world where things take place before they ever change in our external world. So our attunement to internal, our clair perceptions, our intuitive nature, I don't know how they want me to say this, is kind of manifesting for us, is the way they're saying it, in the material world. So taking time for ourselves, we might want to remove ourselves from external circumstances for a little bit and go within, in order to refine and make sure that our perception is right and that we're listening to our inner voice and our spiritual awareness. And you know why? Because that helps us or enables us to not only help ourselves, but to help others that are around us to also transform, to also change. It gives us the right words if we have to speak about something. stands us up in the presence of the source, is the way they're saying it to me, where we can do the right thing that will benefit all. Because when we do the right thing for our own selves, everyone else benefits. Even if we don't get to see it ever in our lives, everyone else benefits. We're to remember that this month. The other thing is the High Priestess energy. High Priestess keeps secrets. The High Priestess does not tell all. She sees all, she knows all, but she doesn't tell all. So unless I ask the High Priestess a specific question, I would not be getting the specific answer. Now that's going to be important to some of us this month. I don't know why, but they said, about being gracious or whatever, when we leave whatever no longer serves us or suits us. That's how they're saying we will know that it's the right choice and right decision for us to make, whether it be a job, whether it be a relationship, whatever it is. We have a very strong reading here this month, Taurus. So in our word transformation and depth, surrender and birth are all going right along with these cards. Because if there's one thing the High Priestess is, it's intuitive and knows the depth of its internal nature and doesn't speak unless asked. That's the way they're saying to say it. The High Priestess knows all, sees all, but does not tell all. The High Priestess keeps her lips zipped. It's kind of interesting. So use that energy to our benefit this month. Maybe for a promotion at work. Maybe I heard someone's leaving and I'm good for that job. It may be that some of us may be relationship wise. We know what's going on with somebody and it's time for us to talk to them, so we can have a better future or change our future in whatever way, because the next card here is the Queen of Pentacles. So male or female, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy, we have shown up in our own reading. And I think that makes the reading even more powerful because we are using our own energy, that of the High Priestess and our own energy, all at the same exact time. So the Queen of Pentacles, male or female, I did say that, I think, she's regal, she's friendly, she has a kind bearing, someone who understands and respects money, but does not worship it. She knows it's a tool, and she doesn't worship it as a god. He or she, I said that wrong, they don't worship it as a god. It would be a generous person, an excellent manager of money. We Tauruses are excellent managers of our money, and if it was someone outside of ourselves, they would favor us, and if they didn't favor us, they would be very fair with us. Okay, so they're practical, trying to think of qualities. Practical, well-grounded, wants to see the money that they distribute kind of produce a tangible result. So if it was a loan officer, they would give us what we wanted, but they'd want to know what it's going to go into. It could be a new boss for some of us, it's somebody outside of us. If it's not a person in our life and not us, right? It represents harvest after much labor and security, harvest after much labor, security, and the acquisition of wisdom through experience and the prudent use of our wealth. So prudent use, which means to me kind of like maybe keep an eye on money and funds also, because she's the Queen of Pentacles. So maybe we need to watch, where our money's going, because we got transformation in there. So maybe watch where our money's going and not waste it this month, and that may be important to some of us too. Also, I'm thinking it could be a new boss or a new job, somebody that would stand up for us or stand beside us or be there to help us if we needed it, because there's a weird, strange energy going on in these cards where I feel we're going to make a lot of really crucial decisions this month, because our next card is the Eight of Cups, which is quite interesting, along with these other two cards that are coming up here, because it's a situation where the only solution for us to do is to turn our back on it and go in another direction. That's exactly the way they're saying it. What's there either isn't working as we expected it to, or it isn't all that important to us anymore. Because notice, these 8 cups are all like neatly stacked, and we're turning our back on them anyhow. So it's kind of an effort that was made in vain, and now I'm going to abandon it because it doesn't mean as much to me as it did before. So we might be wishing that things could have been different, but knowing that they aren't, and we know we would have to let go of something. A time to cut our losses, cut our losses and get out of a situation that has failed despite our best efforts. That's exactly the way they're telling me to say it. Usually this is a relationship, not all the time. It can be work related because these are general readings, but it's cups. So it's emotional energy. Maybe a lot of us really liked our job and it's not suitable for us anymore and we have to go to another place. This can be a simple card too, like a kid leaving home for college, It usually refers to a relationship that's in a state of deterioration, and the only solution is the word. I'm saying situation, they're saying solution. The only solution is to walk away. So that's part of our original message. Sit down, maybe things are fixable, and sometimes they aren't, but perhaps for some of us there's a workable solution, is the way they are asking me to say it, like some type of workable solution where we surrender, like our word, the things that are no longer maybe of value to us anymore, and take up with the things that are more valuable to us. That new, our word, birth, like rebirth, changing, moving on, moving forward, making perhaps some kind of compromise that benefits, like, would benefit everybody, is the way they're asking me to say it, like would benefit all concerned, make things better, easier, maybe more suitable. There can be better ways, or things, maybe I've been waiting for a promotion or a pay raise that I've never got, and it's at work, and finally I'm getting the pay raise. I think a lot of us, this is probably going to be relationship oriented, just because the way the cards are falling here, actually, and our words, and what are we and if we are going to stay, what are we leaving behind in order to have a better future? Because our next card here is the Two of Swords. That's a little bit harsh too, because she's blindfolded. So she represents a situation where we where it appears to us, right? Appears to us that it's impossible for us to move forward. But the word is appears to us. It's a period of stasis, like I'm just staying still, I'm not rocking the boat, um, maintaining a situation in a state of balance and ignoring any underlying tension that exists around it. If that makes any sense to you, it's a uncomfortable position to be in. Really is. Look, she's blindfolded, got her arms crossed across her chest. But there's a need to speak up. Yeah, speak up. Her mouth is not covered like in the Eight of Swords in this deck, so she can speak up, but and communicate with someone about the circumstances involved. It can be like a couple who really don't get along at all, but they put up a perfect facade for the outside world, okay? And there's a determination to pretend everything is fine, but psychologically that's called denial. So the pretending doesn't get us very far. So it's telling us that eventually change must take place, or to continue the situation will become like unbearable. So the choice is available. We take off the blindfold. We look the situation. We look at the situation directly, right? And we look it squarely and honestly, straightforwardly in the eyes, and make the choices that we have to make. So twos are always about choices. We look at the situation directly, honestly, and squarely is the way they're saying it to me. Directly, honestly, and squarely in the eye, and don't deny whatever's happening. So don't deny it, do it. I think that's part of going along with our regular message, whether it's work or relationship. If it doesn't feel fixable, remember to get a new beginning, I have to let go of the things that don't work in the now. Like I said, whether it's a job, relationship, maybe friendships, things like that. I can't have transformation till I surrender the things that are no longer important or valuable to me. And it does feel like the time, doesn't it? It feels like the time. Here we are in our own reading, standing up in our own power, right? Speaking the truth and making the choices because we got another two. They said to say it like that because we got another two here too. So the Two of Pentacles is either, it can be money coming in from two sources, like I have two jobs, or having to juggle finances in order to make ends meet. Still, it's a good card. It's a pentacle. It's a money card. It can mean good fortune and enjoyment. Sometimes it can be financial difficulty, but for most of us, it's going to mean either juggling, or maybe we're putting away money to save for something, like maybe going for a new job or doing something like that, or money for the future if I'm moving away from some type of a relationship that's no longer suitable for me, or job that's no longer suitable for me. It's a message about money that's on its way to us, usually comes in a written form. We're still kind of like at the stage of deciding when we get this card on two different options to choose from. That's the way they're saying to say it. So we be concerned with issues of our abundance, maybe holding down, like I said, more than one job, or moonlighting to make a little extra money. It's time I'm going to say this in the way they're telling me to say it. It is time to make a choice and stick with it, even if we don't know the outcome of the choice. So we have two choice cards here, okay? This one we're in denial. This one, the struggle, one of walking away of something, from something that our intuition is telling us we have to, and because there's something better on the other side. And that's exactly how the reading feels to me. Something better for us on the other side. And it actually goes right with that original message they gave it to us. So we surrender that which does not add to our transformation. We go deep within, being kind to ourselves to rebirth or birth the fresh future, is how they're telling me to say that. Cards aren't going together there, Taurus. In order to birth the fresh future. I don't know what that's going to mean for us. I cannot believe this. I shuffled these cards 2 times. I shuffled them before I got started the video. I just shuffled them again, and you got exactly the same card as Aries. So maybe there's cuspers out there. It's what do you desire? That is exactly what this reading is about. What do you desire? What are you going to walk away from in order to have that future transformation and birth or rebirth? That's what it's saying. Be kind, because our word tenderness is in there. Be kind to ourselves and to others also. What do you desire? You now have the opportunity to write the script according to your heart's true desires. Once you clearly decide upon your true desires and know that you're ready and deserving of them, they will rush into your life by magic. Take off the blindfold, because it can get really painful when we're pulling it off. Just think of the Band-Aid theory there. And go for it, Taurus. I know it's kind of a little bit wacky reading this month, but it makes sense in some way, and I think for a lot of us it's going to make sense. It says, this card comes to you because you've been waiting for an external sign of what you should do next. The angels say that the answer comes from inside of you. That's our High Priestess energy. And right underneath it is the 8 of Swords, and that's almost exactly like the 2 of Swords, except the person's in denial in the 2 of Swords. In this, they know they have to make a choice. That's wild, honest to God. You must decide what you want before anything can change. Carve out the time to meditate on your true heart's desires and know that you deserve the best, as we all do. Use affirmations, positive visualization to manifest your desire. Clarify your desire. And I'm going to say, and put a feeling behind it. Release any guilt or fear regarding asking for what you want. I'll tell you what I told Aries. We are entitled to have whatever it is that we want. No miracle is greater. There are no big miracles and small miracles in the eyes of the source or the universe. Ask. And don't be ashamed for what we ask for. Take off the blindfold. Stand in our own power, because we're Taurus. We can transform anything. Well, Taurus, that's our reading for this month. I'm going to tell you all, thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, and for your comments. I read each and every one of them, and I really appreciate them. If anybody wants to know more about me or about me, all the information's down below the screen at the website. Or if you need to set an appointment with me, all the information to be able to do that is over at the website. And that's down in the About section. There's 2 short videos over there that explain the prayer class and the sutra classes I put out there for you guys. Sutras are simple thought forms you put in a 5-minute a day meditation, enhances the clear perceptions. The prayer class explains how to format prayers and why you do it that way. It's 2.5 hours long. It's really comprehensive. And to all of you, there's the videos are over there. To all of you I've met through 3 whole years of doing YouTubes, and everybody I've met through 31 years of this work, I want to tell you it's all of you. It's been an honor, a privilege, and a joy to be able to serve you. Hopefully I'll see you back here next month. Bye-bye.